uh, how obviously Yosef didn't say anything negative about his brothers to Pharaoh, at least Pharaoh. He might have said anything negative to anybody. And and so because they were pleased and happy that he found them, so that was interesting.
Well, we see two things that happened when Israel heard about his son. First, he did not believe, but then he did believe, and he believed them because he sent the wagons. We have to look at wagons like a limousine. Okay, wagons were not something that were used to it on an every day. It was for like people with money, So that it's like, and nowadays, and then okay, he sent us a limousine for us to be carried out, and he said for the women and the children. And as soon as Jacob believed them because he saw the wagons, and then the Torah says, and then the divine spirit came alive into him once again. Okay, so what does it tell us? That when we are sad, the divine spirit is not with us. The prophecy goes away. The closeness to Hashem, it goes away. So that's why we have to be happy. We can see that Joseph, he never was mad at the situation. Like we said before, he could have said, Baruch Hashem. But it was one of the reasons why Hashem was always with him. And to prove that, he made him a master of Potiphar's house, and then of the jail, of the prison. And then he also got promoted to the whole Israel. So that's why. And why that's Pharaoh's said he want to go and bring them. It was a way of showing gratitude to Joseph. But behind that, he wanted, and I think we're going to see it on the next chapters, he wanted to meet who was the father of this man. He wanted to see who was the man who made this man with so much wisdom and to be so righteous. He survived Potiphar's wife temptation, all the temptations that he could have proclaimed himself like a master in the prison, but he didn't. He always kept himself humble, and that's why that's our characteristics of a man who fears Hashem.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I also wanted to say that I think Yosef portrays perfectly the Kabbalistic idea of Ein Od Milvado, there's nothing but Hashem, there's nothing but him. Because when he says, he held no grudge against his brothers, he could forgive them, even though he did test them, to make sure that, I think the test was not about forgiveness. I think in his heart, he already forgave them. I think the test was more about trust. Can I trust them? Or do they need to learn an important lesson that only I, in my status right now, can teach them? I think it was more about that. But in terms of forgiveness, I don't think that happened that quickly from that one incident. I think that was something that he had to do on a continual basis in order to keep his head high and continue to excel in everything that he did. And not, he actually, as vice pharaoh, he had the power to destroy them instantly, if he really, really wanted to, but he didn't. He wanted to strengthen and refine them. But I think sometimes it's very hard to understand how to forgive people. And I think that Yosef gives the secret, which is that we can forgive people if we realize that everything, even the wrong that they did to us, it is within God's providence, meaning it was Hashem's will. It was Hashem's will that this person hurt you, that this person violated you, that this person, not that Hashem wanted bad things to happen to you, but he knows that, there's two reasons I believe that bad things happen to us. One of them is because we deserve it. We deserve punishment. And so Hashem allows bad things to happen to us. But when we do not deserve punishment, just like Job, and Yosef, they didn't necessarily deserve punishment, but bad things happened to them because it was Hashem's will to refine their character or to even put them in a place where they could serve others, which they could not have gotten into that place had they not faced atrocity. And so knowing this and understanding that everything that comes to us, whether good or bad, is ultimately from Hashem, that means we can forgive everyone who's ever wronged us because they were just a tool that was used in our lives by Hashem.
All right, next.